May I remind you that trading is risky and not suitable for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Welcome to Quant-in-a-Box Daily. Today is Tuesday, December 20th. Hello, my babies. Welcome to Quant-in-a-Box Daily. So what is Quant-in-a-Box? Quant-in-a-Box is a global macroeconomic quant in a box. It's a tool that gives you access to all the fundamental data you need to formulate a fundamental bias. And in fact, it's even easier than having to formulate the bias by yourself. It gives everything to you. It provides you with a score chart summary, which gives you the points, the score of any currency pair or asset class you can trade with Quant-in-a-Box. Not technical, just fundamental. It provides you with a smart money tracker, which is an empty tool, give you a chance to load. Okay, as you can see, beautiful risk on, risk off, oil, metals. It's gorgeous. Retail sentiment, which tells you exactly where retail traders are sitting at the moment, including COT data. A market heat map, which tells you which currencies have moved in the past while. You can see currently the strongest currency pairs, pound, Aussie dollar, coming up at a 0.44% gain for the session, previous session. And you can see all your yen pairs, currently yen very strong. Why is that? Well, Kuroda had a meeting, adjusted the yield curve on the yield curve control program from 0.25 to 0.50, and bonds didn't like that. So that's going to be good for, well, if you are bullish on the yield curve. So, and then economic news, quite nice as well. It gives you a breakdown of all the economic news that you've got, and you can change the impact to low, medium, or high, change the date to today. You can see exactly what's on the slate from a news perspective. Quite a lot of medium and high news today. You can also break down the currency pairs and see a breakdown of each asset class. I keep saying currency pairs, but it's not just currency pairs. You can see you got global stock indices, bonds and commodities. You got crosses, you got yen, you got dollar. It's beautiful, right? This beautiful spread of information here, which tells you why the view currently for euro dollar is neutral, gives you a score chart summary over here, which breaks down all of the fundamental data, provides you with the fundamentals on the right-hand side, and gives you a view on the daily chart from a technical perspective. It's an amazing tool, something that I use every single day in my trading. And if you'd like to try it out, the trial is just $7.90 for 1 week. Give it a bash, see if you like it. Now, usually we go through the score chart summary, and we then take a look at the strong buys and the strong sells. However, today, I'd like to do something different. Today, I want to go to the pairs and just sort of pay attention to what's actually going on in the market from a volatility perspective. All right. So yesterday, I spoke about the opportunity of looking at buy KiwiCAD coming through the strong buy on Quant-in-a-Box. Price was all the way up here. Okay. And I said to you guys, make sure you pay attention to the M15 chart. You're looking for that higher high, higher low. And we were all the way up here. You never got it. You didn't pull the trigger. You didn't take the trade. And as a result, you did not buy the KiwiCAD. Price dropped. Okay, fair enough. We also put a signal through for the euro yen. Okay, you can see subsequently a massive, lots of yen strength because the yield curve control program from Kuroda. But yesterday we did move up a couple of pips, a little day trade. Okay, fair enough. And the same thing on the, well, let's take a look at M15 chart. Here was your setup. Okay, there's your setup yesterday. Okay, there's your price coming back down, roll reversal, price going up, and what, 119 pips? Cool. So the Kiwi yen, also giving you an opportunity, not as much as the euro yen. Okay, did you get an M15 charts, higher, 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 low? You can see there, it didn't. That one didn't give you an opportunity, right? So Kiwi yen not giving you the opportunity that euro yen did. And so you would have stayed out of Kiwi yen, you would have stayed out of KiwiCAD. However, the problem with euro yen is even in that situation, still, you know, making a few pips, a couple of hundred pips, well, it was 100, right? Making 100 pips and then having to make sure you close that trade to protect yourself against the downside from the BOJ, which was a surprise to markets. It's a way to trade, it's a way to make money, but I don't think it's as effective as we can be. So what I want to do is take a step back and look at the charts and say, right, so where are we sitting right now from a volatility perspective? Take a look at the daily time frame on Aussie dollar USD. Anyone else see sideways? Cool. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to trade the range. I'm going to wait for the trend. Okay, I'm looking for price to indicate some type of trend. All right. Now you can see on the H4 time frame, still stuck in a range. Okay, but I'm paying attention to price making in this situation. You would be looking for a lower high. Now, of course, you're going to measure out to see, has price actually made a lower low? You can see price coming for support over here. I'm not looking for a buy. I'm looking for some kind of trend. And you can see right now consolidating. I'm going to take a step back and not trade that right now. Wait for opportunities. Let's see if any other dollar pairs are any different. Now, you can see euro dollar currently sitting up here in its own little range. You can see there, okay? Not feeling that in terms of looking to do anything with this. You can see left-hand side, you are currently at the support. Okay, and you're at a 55. Looking at this price action here, I'm not a massive fan. What I'd like to see is, instead of looking at role reversals left-hand side, I'd like to see something develop on the right-hand side. Okay. And until that happens, I'm going to leave this alone. All right. Now it's important, if you look at the chart, like say, oh, I've got price coming off the support. Like, should I really look at buying this? What you do is you jump into your quant box and you go and look at your euro dollar. And you say, okay, well, what have I got from a euro dollar perspective? Like, okay, I'm neutral. All right. So if I'm neutral, my trend reading is a 2 on the daily chart. Okay, so it's saying bullish in the daily. But if you look at the daily time frame, has price closed at support? I don't see price closing at support. I see support down here. So that you can then look at your technicals first, look at your fundamentals second, and say, do I have an indication of a strong buy? If this was a strong bullish trend, wouldn't we have a strong buy on Quant-box? Now I can use Quant-box as a backup to my technicals to say, am I really that aggressive on euro dollar at the present moment? Okay. Now, of course, if you're looking at this over here and saying, well, I still think neutral is fine, but maybe the technicals change before the fundamentals do, well, then you know exactly what you're doing. You're jumping onto a lower time frame chart and you're saying, give me the higher high, higher low on M15. Okay. Cool. In terms of pound dollar, you can see there also, look how we broke that support over there. Now we come down to the support over here. Fine, no problem. We look at this and say, well, have we got anything on the H4 time frame that indicates some type of support? You can see that this candle here, this red candle, has broken this support. If price made a higher high and higher low on the right-hand side, would we consider that to be trending? Well, you could certainly pay attention to H1 time frame and say, well, give me a higher high, higher low, and take this higher. Okay. In terms of selling, of course, right now, you wouldn't really be in position to do so. Okay. Moving along to Kiwi dollar, we can see here consolidating. Okay. You can see the consolidation. Not interested in consolidation. In terms of USD CAD, very much just bouncing around. Going to leave that alone. USD ZAR, look at that consolidation, leaving that alone. Okay, the yen pairs, that beautiful move yesterday, or in the last couple of hours. So here we are, price comes all the way down. Okay. Have we made a lower high? Now, of course, yesterday, looking at this move over here, I still think we still mentioned the possibility of, are we going to head down lower? And looking at the H4 time frame, we can see here not really standing out in terms of a role reversal. You could have used that over there, I guess. The 21 EMA, fair enough. The weekly pivot point, fair enough. The question is now, are we now bearish on the yen pairs? Are we now going to form a lower low, lower high? So that's what you're paying attention to on the Aussie yen. Okay. Do we come up, make a lower high, and then continue going down? Okay. And we did set that up. Remember, we still said price coming back up. Do we get a lower high? Do we get a lower low? Can we come back up for a lower high and take the next turn? Still paying attention, though, to the fact that on the left-hand side, price still contained inside this range. Okay. So we'll continue paying attention to this. Maybe an unwind coming up in January for the yen pairs. CAD yen, similar situation. Okay. You can see consolidating. Looking at yesterday, did we get anything that would have stood out in terms of an opportunity to take a trade? And you can see here, not really, no. Does price come up, make a lower high, and can we then sell that? Well, that's what we're paying attention to now. Okay, cool. In terms of the euro yen, it's a similar situation. Again, look at the daily time frame. Okay. In terms of the pound yen, similar situation. Look at the daily time frame. Again, can we get a lower high? Make a lower low. Kiwi yen, same thing. Okay. Let's take a look at our yen pairs on Quant-in-a-Box. If we go through our yen pairs over here, see Aussie yen still coming through neutral, CAD yen still coming through neutral, euro yen neutral, pound yen neutral, and Kiwi yen neutral. Okay, cool. So if you have this panic feeling of like, oh no, I missed out on these trades, just relax. If a trend is forming, it'll appear and we'll have opportunities to sell lower lows and lower highs. Remember how high these yen pairs are. Okay, so be patient. In terms, I'm not going to look at the Swissies. In terms of the crosses, specifically the CAD pairs, we can agree that the bullish trend seems like it's no longer going in a direction, right? We broke 21, we broke 55, we came up, we came down. All right, cool. We're looking for some kind of reversal pattern on these so we can see profit taking, okay? Looking at the daily time frame, you can see here, we don't see any kind of reversal pattern. Same on the H4, okay? So we're paying attention to this now for that reversal. The same thing with the Euro CAD, okay? You can see there, looking pretty sideways. We have prices consolidating under 21 EMA. I'm going to leave that alone and wait for some structure. Aussie CAD coming down, obviously a risk play. And again, I'm not seeing a double top or anything indicating a reversal just yet. I'm going to wait for this to set up. And then lastly, Kiwi CAD, same thing. Now you can see Kiwi CAD right now coming off the bottom of the range. You can see price over here sitting at this support over here. Okay, if we move across, see price is there right now. If you want to play that, what you want to do is you're looking at your M15 time frame for that higher low. What I'm waiting for though, I'm not going to get into this. I want to trade the trend. I'm looking for that reversal. Okay, looking for that reversal. I'm looking for some indication of trend. Right, so the 21 is below the 55, lower lows and lower highs, or the 21 is above the 55, higher highs and higher lows. And that's basically saying that it's possible for this to continue going up next year. Sure, why not? Or we reverse, we go down. Also, why not? Okay, cool. So the message for today is really a case of, if you're doing anything, make sure you verify at lower time frames, like I've always said, but also remember the type of trades you want to take. If you look at this chart right now, right, making some pips inside here, small little tiny trades, getting in down here, beautiful nice trade, getting in over here, beautiful nice trade. What do we want? We want the nice beautiful big moves. What does that mean? We have to be patient. We have to sit back, look at our charts and say, do I have an indication of bullishness? And if we do, we then take that trade. Or bearishness, we then take that trade. And it's in the form of lower lows and lower highs, or higher highs, higher lows. So for that reason, I'm not going to go through Quant-in-a-Box today and simply look at the score chart summary and say, okay, let's go look for buys and let's go look for sells. One has to be careful. This is going to present you with fundamental reasons to be a bull or a bear, but it's just fundamental data. You have to confirm everything technically. And so if you see bearishness on a pound Swissy, an Aussie Kiwi, or a pound Kiwi, we can go look at those. Let's go look at pound Swissy. Do you see bearishness? Okay. Price out of position. We got the lower low, sure, but look left. Do you have a lower low? Look at our price coming off the support over here. Be careful. Okay. Look at your daily time frame. Does that look like it's trending? It looks very rangy to me. Looking at the Aussie Kiwi. Strong sell, way below the profit taking zone. No, thank you. Okay. And then, of course, the last one, which would be pound Kiwi. not looking very bearish right now. From a trend perspective, not looking very bearish right now. You can see price ranging. Price making this lower low now. Price coming up out of position for a sell. Look at that consolidation, right? Breaking 2155s. Like, I'm not saying this doesn't go down. I'm just saying, like, wouldn't it be easier if we had very specific rules and types of trades we're taking? So we don't get into these trades which only go up a couple of pips, 100 pips or so, and then you have to really pay attention to getting out of that trade before it goes against you. If we trade a trend, however, price will continue going in the direction of that trend. So let's sit back. Let's wait for some trends. We know we've got some very nice moves in our yen pairs, so let's wait for those setups. Let's look for those opportunities to get that lower low, get that lower high, and take this further down. Okay. Lower low, lower high, take it further down. That's what I'm going to be up to. I'm going to take a step back, become patient, wait for the right setup, and then act. Be patient, be disciplined, and remain liquid. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.